How you going, RPG fans? Tonight I'm going to talk about a game that I have waited 7 long years to play, and that is Golden Sun Dark Dawn on the Nintendo DS. What's really funny was I thought I was gonna wait well and truly until 2011 before I got to play this, but the game got released locally here in Australia on Thursday, and I'm very, very, very happy that they did that. Um, I remember pre-ordering it. I went on the Wednesday to see if anyone would break their release date so I could play it earlier, but no. Um, as I expected, the game is made by Camelot, but it's produced and distributed by Nintendo themselves, and they're very ironclad when it comes to um, their games. So I had to wait until Thursday. So I pre-ordered on the Wednesday, and they pretty much said, you're the only guy who's pre-ordered it, and I was kind of sad when I heard that because it's such an amazing series, as you probably know. You've probably watched my Golden Sun videos, and you know how I feel about the first two games. They were my favorite games on the Game Boy Advance, and you know what? Golden Sun Dark Dawn is my favorite game on the Nintendo DS. It really is. It just shows that the series stands as the best handheld RPGs out there, and just also shows that Camelot can stand toe to toe with Square Enix as the only viable company that makes a good RPG. In fact, I like them more than Square Enix because they just make wonderful games. And I know a lot of you are screaming at the screen, Beyond the Beyond! Beyond the Beyond's friggin' terrible! Well, let me tell you this now. I haven't played Beyond the Beyond yet. It is the only Camelot game I have not played. And the reason for it is I don't have the means to play import games right now. If I did, I would most likely import that quick smart so I can play it. Because I look at that game and everyone's like, it's terrible. I look at it and it reminds me of Shining Force. And that's not a bad thing at all. That makes it more appealing to me than anyone else. But I'm getting sidetracked here. I'm going to talk about Dark Dawn. And I got to say, story-wise, they did a good job. They've written it in a way where it's appealing to anyone new to the series, but anyone who's played the first two games can come into it and just have slightly more knowledge than newcomers, and you'll have more of an effect when you see old faces, 30 years on since the second game, and see what's happened. What's really cool is since the second game, 30 years have passed, and the Golden Sun has risen, and it's changed the world. It's actually created sort of a terraform effect where it shifted the landmass, and it's also brought out old civilizations that weren't present in the first two games. So pretty much it's the same world, but at the same time it's a new world. And I'm very, very thankful they did that because as it stands now, there's familiar faces, but it's a new world. You play as the son of Isaac, and the rest of your party are the children of the characters of the first Golden Sun game, which I really, really like. Um, Karis is the daughter of Ivan, and she's pretty much like him, a bit more hot-tempered. You got Reef, who's the son of Mia, who's a bit shy and all that. He's pretty cool. But then you've got the son of Garrett, who's Tyrell, and I gotta say, he's a little obnoxious little shit. If I had my way in battle, I'd punch him in his face because some of the shit comes out of his mouth. You just like, shut up. But I suppose that makes for a great party. If you've got everyone who's still the same, you've got to have one that's disagreeable. He's just an annoying little shit. But yeah, battle-wise, they haven't changed the formula at all. It's pretty much the same game. You still got your standard attacks, and then you've got your hidden weapon skills that activate 50% of the time. But the cool thing is some weapons will have more than one skill, which is pretty cool. You've got your gins, which act as your status enhancers. It also acts as your class changes, which is pretty cool. And then you've got their attacks where you can activate in battle, and then you've got the summons. And the summons in this game look absolutely phenomenal. When you see the cutscene when you summon a guardian, it sports the best visuals on the Nintendo DS. I gotta say about the visuals in Golden Sun period is it is the best looking game on the Nintendo DS. Camelot, they tapped into the Game Boy Advance and brought out its true potential graphically, and they've done the same thing for the Nintendo DS. The game just looks amazing. Puzzle wise, what I said about the puzzles in Golden Sun is they're not that challenging, but they add a visual storytelling element to the game where there's no need for dialogue, but whatever actions you do in the puzzle, just it's a part of the game. And I gotta say, in Dark Dawn, the puzzles are very visually appealing, and it makes you feel like you've accomplished something, even though you really didn't do much. Like, I haven't really had the need for a walkthrough yet, but I've only played 15 hours, so you never know. The puzzles might get much harder later on. Music-wise, the music is composed by series veteran Motai Sakuraba, and I absolutely love his music in Dark Dawn. It's not better or worse, it's pretty much just more of the same goodness he brought to the first two games. So, do I recommend Dark Dawn? Absolutely. Whether you're new or old, whether you're an RPG fan or not, you should buy this without question. Don't even wait for it to drop down price. It's just well worth paying for to play this game. It's absolutely amazing. And I've got to thank Camelot for doing an amazing job. I'm very curious to see is one thing, I don't really want to spoil much, but as all the other Golden Sun games did, is it comes with a map. And what this is the world map, and this is the map of Angara. And for all of you who played the first game, that was the continent of the very first game. But it's virtually, it just looks totally different. But if you look closely, there's clouds everywhere, so I'm thinking, is there going to be another game? And for all of you who finished it, don't say anything, because I want to find out at the end of the game, but I'm very curious if they're going to make another one, as they did back with the first game, and a part of me actually wants them to do it. But yes, I really haven't got much else to say about this game. I had to force myself off to do this video because I was just, playing it all day. And you know what, guys? I think I'm going to go play some more. Alright, peace out.